Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Boxing Podcast. Now, when I tell you I woke up this morning, well, actually, it was kind of late last night, probably 11:59, basically almost the morning. I'm shocked. Oscar Valdez was scheduled to fight in September, and that fight's still happening. His B sample came back positive for fentanyl or whatever it's called, fentanyl. I don't know what the hell is going on with the WBA. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Valdez situation. I don't know what the hell is going on over wherever they are fighting. But I find it incredulous that after a sample and a B sample both tested positive for a banned substance, that a fight is still going to carry on business as usual. Now, I know VADA testing isn't the gold standard. I'm sorry, it is the gold standard. I just mean it's not the normal testing protocol. But once you sign up for it, you got to deal with the consequences. And truthfully, I know people are going to be like, oh, but now he's no longer testing positive for the substance. Yeah, when you're trying to cycle or cheat and you're trying to clean your system out of something, of course you're not going to test positive. The testing is random, and you would use something like the stuff he tested positive for to cover something else. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that for 100% he cheated. But regardless, whether you test a little positive, a little negative, whatever it is, if there's a shadow of a doubt, it's a positive test. Now, it's clearly showing, and I know I'm shouting, and I know I'm very, very passionate about this, but I'm going to be honest with you. In the sport of boxing, this kind of shit cannot be tolerated. If we're turning into the UFC, I remember when John Jones tested positive for steroids several times from before, right? There was I guess like a micro fragment of some sort of element that just kept popping up and pulsing, or whatever excuse they came up before. There was tremendous controversy, right? It was so much so that the UFC actually stopped publicizing positive tests. And in combat sports, I'm sorry, I just don't think you should be able to allow fighters to fight if they test positive, especially when the A and B sample came back positive for something. I know you got to give people the benefit of the doubt, but in this sport, I don't think you should. I think something along the lines of, oh, I drank herbal tea, or oh, I drank this. I think you're full of shit, man. And like, you can say whatever you want. I know everyone loves Canelo. I love Canelo. I love the Canelo team. But when you talk about favoritism and you want to talk about the WBA and corruption in boxing, I think this shit right here is way more corrupt than, oh, the judges, oh, someone got robbed. This is way worse. I think if you're potentially, and there's an asterisk next to your name as if to your cheating, I think it's just such a bad look. I think there should have been an investigation. They need to give a full-on, thorough explanation as to why they're allowing this to happen. And I don't care if it's Canelo. I don't care if it's Muhammad Ali. I don't care who it is in boxing history. No one's bigger than the sport. If you test positive for something, you need to give an extensive report or some explanation as to why the WBA is allowing this fight to happen. I think if he tested positive, he should be stripped unless there's some. I want to literally sit here and give a list of whatever he's taking, because I don't want to hear it. When you test positive for a banned substance, doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot. You're a professional athlete. You have people around you looking into the way you're conditioned and the way you're supplemented. I'm sorry, I'm not buying the fucking herbal tea excuse. Honestly, it's bullshit. I mean, we remember the steroid age from Manny Ramirez, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, all those guys, Barry Bonds. People are going to cheat. When you are at the highest level, you're looking for an edge. You may not feel your normal self. And when stuff like this happens, especially in a sport where you're not just hitting a baseball, you're not shooting a basketball, you're hitting somebody. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I want answers. And I'm not going to be biased just because Canelo's Latino or Mexican or whatever. Like, I'm a Latino, I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm going to call it out as is. Canelo tested positive. Luis Neri tested positive. And then now Oscar Valdez. I said it before, but like, this shit needs to stop. I'm sorry. Like, they need to give a thorough explanation. And I'm actually flabbergasted that Oscar Valdez hasn't been suspended, or at least the fight needs to get postponed. I get you want payday. I get you want a payday. I get you want to generate money for the WBA. They get a percentage of the purse. So in their mind, there's really whatever. Let the fight happen. I'm shocked that the opponent's still agreeing to fight. I mean, I get it. COVID times, you want to fight. This is the biggest opportunity of your life. And in their mind, they don't know, oh, it's only a stimulant. Oh, it could have happened. Maybe it was the herbal tea when you're trying to get a check. But this has to stop. What was the point of VADA if they pop you for something? Then they're like, oh, yeah, you can still fight. So what was the purpose of all this stuff? I'm sorry for the rant, but what do you guys think? You think Oscar Valdez should be allowed to fight? Because I don't. I think there needs to be a thorough investigation and a suspension, a fine, something. And that camp needs to start coming out with explanations because it's literally looking horrible. You got Andy Ruiz who's losing weight fast. You have Ryan Garcia even look more muscular than ever. Who knows? Maybe they don't even know. I mean, truthfully, Oscar Valdez may not know. Oscar seems to be like a good guy. He seems to be, a stand-up guy. He seems nice in all of his interviews. He lives a very humble life, him and his animals. Everyone remembers the build up to the Miguel Burchell fight. But regardless, we don't know the guy. So I don't give anyone the benefit of the doubt, especially when the test doesn't matter who you are. It's unbiased. It's basically you test positive or you don't. So this shit needs to stop. And I don't even know what to say. Truthfully, I need more answers than fucking herbal tea. All right. Well, that's the episode for today. Excuse my rant. Excuse my yelling. Excuse my veracity, my voice. Excuse just, I'm sorry. I'm just tired of hearing this shit. I really don't like when fighters are put at risk. And when you're put in a position that you could potentially hurt someone and you're testing positive or something, just something's fishy. Well, that's the episode for today. Drop a like. Let me know if you think Oscar Valdez is cheating. Let me know if you think I'm just overreacting. And let me know if you really think it's the herbal tea, because I don't. I personally don't. Every single instance of cheating, it's come out, they ended up cheating. Canelo's excuse of meat and all these things, it happens once, okay, but once you have a stink around your team, I just don't believe it anymore. And yeah, that's that. Follow the podcast on Instagram. Like, you guys already know what the deal is, at Good Boxing Podcast. I'm sorry I just seem indifferent, but this shit just pisses me off. Have a good day.